So here's a still image from Newsmax. Everybody's going nuts about the things that Bernie Sanders wants. Now, listen, a lot of these things make a lot of sense to me. And I don't know if these are shared sensibilities culturally that Bernie and I share as neurotic Jewish men. I don't know. But a lot of this is making a lot of sense. So first one, hotel rooms must be away from elevators and ice machines. I request the same thing. Is that even crazy? Like, what's crazy about that? I just made a hotel reservation yesterday, and there were boxes you could check where you say, different things. I asked for extra pillows so I can prop myself up when I'm doing my reading. I asked for extra towels because it's a beach hotel. I want extra towels to take to the beach. And I said, away from elevator, high floor, away from elevator. Right? That doesn't seem crazy. Now, no upgrades. I guess this is like a Bernie man of the people thing where sometimes he's upgraded and then he'll like trade with a staffer. I don't even know what to make of that. It's just like, okay, maybe sometimes he gives the staffer the better room, whatever. I don't even care about that. All right. Room temperature cannot be higher than 60 degrees. So I don't sleep at 60, but I do set in the winter, my Nest thermostat for the overnight, I set it at 66. Why do I set it at 66? Everything I've read is that sleep for the average person is better in the mid 60s. And I know that it feels cold if you walk around at that temperature. So the Nest, half an hour before my alarm goes off, the Nest will bump us to 70. That seems reasonable. Like the word demands to me, it's like these are requests. Bernie, am I demanding a certain seat on the airplane or am I selecting a seat? I'm choosing a seat. Okay. King size bed. I give huge preference to a king size bed at a hotel. I was just looking at hotels yesterday. Some of the hotels say queen size. Some say king. All else being equal, I'm going with king. I'm used to a king size bed. I prefer the king size bed. Down comforter. I love a down comforter. These are requests. This guy's 80. Okay. Now, it has to be cotton and dark blue. Sounds weird. That's weird. I'm not going to lie about that. That sounds weird. Rooms must be stocked with green tea and honey, Gatorade, and cans of assorted nuts. Okay. I mean, I think maybe some of the language here is a little bit authoritarian when it's probably just like, here's a request list. These are requests. The framing of demands to me seems like a little much, but none of this sounds crazy other than the blanket has to be blue. That's weird. I find that a little weird. And then let me get to this other thing, because so what's really the issue here? Okay. The issue here is they constantly try to frame Bernie as pretending to be a man of the people. And really, he has all of these demands and all of these particularities, and he has these 3 houses, and he has, he's worth $1.1 million. Let's talk about the $1.1 million thing, okay? Come along with me now on a basic personal finance thing. How does Bernie only have $1.1 million is my question, and I'm going to talk you through it, okay? Let's work backwards, starting with, let me make some notes about when Bernie was doing different things. So when did Bernie get elected to the House of Representatives? Okay, 1991 to 2007. So for 16 years, Bernie was in the House of Representatives. Let's just look at the salary. House of Representatives salary history. Okay, here we go. So 1991, it was... Hold on. It says only senators. What does that mean? Only senators, only representatives. 1991. Okay, so Bernie was making $125K in 91. And then in 92, it was 130. And then 93, it was 133. So, okay, since 1991 through now, Bernie has been making 6 figures. Let's just assume Bernie is able to save, some reasonable amount of money. I don't know, like let's say Bernie saves 15% of his gross salary or something like that. So he's saving, $2,000, $3,000, four, five. Let's just do a simple future value of money calculator. Okay. 1991 to now is 30 years. Let's say at that time, Bernie had, I don't know, like 50 grand saved up. We're going to use just a 6% rate of savings. And let's imagine that every year Bernie Sanders was able to add. I mean, the thing is, like in the early 90s, 15% would be like 3 grand, but then now it'd be more like 6. Let's just say on average, Bernie saves 5 grand a year. Okay. That alone is $682,000 by today. Okay. And 30 years ago, Bernie was already 50 years old. There's no way Bernie had only 50 grand when he was 50 years old. If you tweak these just slightly, let's say Bernie had a nest egg. Again, he's a 50-year-old at the time. Let's say he had a nest egg of $100,000 and he was able to save $7,500 per year. That's 1.1 million. And we're not even talking about his house. And he then there was somebody died and he inherited. So when all of these Republicans say, look at Bernie the socialist with $1.1 million, which was his disclosed net worth a couple of years ago, my question is, with what Bernie's been earning and with Bernie's age and with the effect of compounding interest, how does Bernie only have a net worth of $1.1 million at what was then age 76 or something like that? Anyway, it's crazy, guys. It's really, really crazy. He should have, I'm surprised that that's all the money that Bernie has based on his salary for the last 30 years.